We are 10 months into President Trump's second term, and when you're looking at Trump 2.0, critics and legal experts alike have argued that President Trump has weaponized the DOJ to go after his political opponents, including former FBI Director James Comey, as well as New York Attorney General Letitia James. And Cherfilus-McCormick herself questioned the timing of this indictment. She said it's curious and clearly meant to distract from far more pressing national issues. Does that give you insight into what her defense could possibly be?
I believe so. I think they're going to focus really focus in on what was happening that sparked this investigation. Who was in charge of it? Was there communication? Because a lot of times the defense can get communication between DOJ prosecutors and investigators and whoever is investigating these crimes, and really looking at that. And there has been a lot of allegations about the weaponization under this administration of political opponents or people that aren't falling in line with what the administration wants. And so I think they're going to really try to politicize this. Based on her statements, my guess is they're going to try to make this a political issue more than focusing on the facts of the crime or what happened there. I mean, this administration also committed or commissioned a separate group to look into what the prior administration did to Republicans. And, we've seen just recently in Utah, we had a COVID-19 case that dealt with uh, an individual or a doctor here and his nurse who were giving out COVID-19 cards and not giving them the vaccine. Midway through trial, the Department of Justice in Washington, D.C., directed them to dismiss the case because it was, not politically aligned with what this administration ran on. And so, they kind of want it both ways. They want to say what you did to us was bad, but we're going to do the same thing. And we're seeing more and more of that, I think, these days.
And Attorney General Pam Bondi, she said in a statement that the allegations in this case, using disaster funds for personal gain, is a, quote, particularly selfish, cynical crime. And the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Florida said the indictment shows that no one's above the law and, quote, public money belongs to the American people. When FEMA funds are diverted for personal or political gain, it erodes trust and harms us all. Strong words from both the federal prosecutor as well as the Attorney General. As a defense attorney there, do you think that indicates, or if this was your client, would that indicate to you that they are going to try to throw the book at her?
I think they're going to go after her very aggressively based on their statements. At even as a defense attorney, as an officer of the court, I agree with those statements. The law should apply equally to everyone. If in fact she was diverting these funds for personal gain and she is, an elected official in a position of special trust, that is very problematic. We do not want that type of behavior to go unchecked for obvious reasons. But I think that also gives a lot of insight into, how aggressive the government is going to be in this case. I don't think this is going to be a slap on the wrist type of case, like it's okay, pay it back and we'll all move on. I think they're probably, and because she's a Democrat and not aligned with them, they're probably going to want to make an example of her.